because the number seven is completion. So you got your bloom season. So you got confidence returning, boundaries stronger, purpose clearer. You're stepping into your grown woman era.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I ain't there yet. I'm between season four and season five. I'm not gonna lie.
What is hustle?
The hustle is like job applications, imposter syndrome, sleepless nights, and somehow still dreaming big.
I might be right there. Hey y'all, we back again. We back again.
Period. I'm Nae,
And I know it. And
and
then
this
my
is
next
Night
is
Night
Night
with
Night with
Nae and
Nae
Nae
and
and Nola.
Nola.
No, just play.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I feel like these weeks is going by fast. Like I feel like I just seen y'all.
We
Like
did.
it's crazy.
I'm
Anyway.
tired. No, I'm just playing. I love y'all.
Right, I'm talking. No,
I
I'm just
love
playing.
you.
But no, we just gonna jump right into this episode. I don't have my pajamas on. We're not even gonna talk about that. But Nola,
Hmm?
what are you doing right now?
Oh, I currently stepped away from the laptop. Let's put it on 360 real quick. Y'all see what I think? Hold on. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. The zoom in is crazy. Are
No.
you
No,
are
really.
you in the library?
I am studying.
Yeah. So that
Hard
kind of
working.
that kind of goes into our topic today because our
It
topic
does.
our topic is life after college.
Whew.
Um, so as somebody that, kind of went back to school, like I feel like this is a good topic to talk about because we got two different perspectives right
We
now,
do.
you
We
know.
do. Can give very
But
good advice.
before we kind of get into all that, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want to like kind of go back to like when we both were still in undergrad and stuff
Okay.
like that, and the idea of, you know, going to a school that's still close to home,
Mm-hmm.
compared to like going to a school that's like obviously like away or whatever like that. And like the pros and cons of even like after graduation of still staying at home and things like that. So I wanted to break that down. Um, so first, let's talk about undergrad, of how it was like going to a school where you were still home, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or did you even think about like, did you ever think about moving away from home?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
So if you don't know, Miss Girl was not supposed to be at Central. Um, After I graduated high school, I was supposed to either go to SCAD University, or I was supposed to go to Spelman.
Mm,
Um, then COVID hit. Then Miss Girl was like, if this pandemic is spreading, I can't be far from home.
right.
And a whole bunch of other things that was going on with other people's families and just like passings and stuff like that. I was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not ready to leave home. I'm gonna stay just in case. So
Right.
that was my decision on why I stayed home. But I would not say that I regret it because I feel like there's always a place, there's always a time, there's always a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met you, and would not be where I'm at in my career. I feel like I'll be somewhere at, but I feel like I would not be so honed in the Detroit like fashion, like that
Mm-hmm.
industry, getting my toes and knowing the networks that I do.
Yeah.
So,
I can
but
oh, sorry, did you say
no, for
something?
you, for
Oh,
you.
okay. So also I'm the same way. CMU was not my first choice. And I'm kind of like in a different boat when it comes to, because you kind of listed other colleges that you wanted to go to.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. And I will say that was probably a no-no for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would say Grand Valley, I think was on the list. Um, but I think I only did that only because my sister went to Grand Valley and stuff like that. And I've, been on the campus. The campus was beautiful and all this stuff. Applied to multiple colleges. I applied to Ferris. I applied to Michigan State. So like a lot of in-state colleges I applied for, not
Hmm.
necessarily outside of the state. But CMU was definitely a last resort because I didn't even know about the school. I've never heard of CMU until I applied and started seeing ads about it and started seeing everybody like, oh yeah, fire up chips. Like,
Exactly.
did not see a lick of this school at all. And I'm like, Mount Pleasant, where is that at? Yeah, while I was attending CMU, I will say it was a really, really good experience. Do not regret like moving out of state. I really do think the 2 hours was good enough because one, I didn't have a car, so I didn't have the luxury of going home every weekend or every other weekend like like some had. Um,
Hmm.
so I think that, it was that luxury of me having that. Meeting people, like you said, wouldn't have got to meet you if I went anywhere else. Um, but yeah, I really do think at least like for undergrad, I think it's good if you stay in the vicinity of home. Like
I mean,
that's where it's like, I mean, obviously, like I think 2 hours is good. Like I wouldn't I mean, then again, it depends on how you are. Like, if you're
hmm
somebody that is like, I need to move away and get away from the nest, I 100% recommend you go somewhere out of state, just to get a new pool of people, get a new atmosphere. But I think until you're mentally ready for that, I think a good, like 2 hours is always a good stretch. It's like I said, especially if you don't have wheels as some
hmm
like I didn't have wheels, so I didn't get that luxury to be like, oh, I want to go, I want to come home, or I want to, I'm going home this weekend for something. Like I never had that. Like I missed out on some things because I didn't have a car. So it's just like little, just little things like that. I honestly would say, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's on my
I
side.
mean, I would say like too, if you do go out of state, because the I was gonna go out of state, I necessarily didn't have friends that were going to where I was going.
Mhm.
One because one was like kind of like a performing arts, and the other one was a historical black college. So
Mhm.
my friends did not suit that, but also it was just like visiting the schools, really like, understanding like the culture, knowing like what it was, what it is for real, what that looks like for you is highly, highly recommended.
Mhm.
And just as like, I would try your best to be somewhat close to some family of some sort. Because even if did go to Georgia, I was near about a whole bunch of family. So
Mhm.
like, within it out, I was going to either reconnect with some old cousins or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
So I would say just like look into that for sure, for sure. If you do like, decide to go out of state and just be ready to be by yourself, like no, there's gonna be some downfalls because of I know my cousin Anija and Amia. Naja is our social media. She went to Arizona. Baby girl has never stepped foot in Arizona. And she left us in Arizona, but she had an amazing experience. She met friends, stuff like that. She ended up soon eventually having family up there, which helped. But just know what you're getting into. Know the culture of that campus for sure. Don't just
Absolutely.
throw yourself in the deep end. Because
Absolutely.
luckily I knew Central, but I did not 100% know everything. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know like where the stack was or the football. I don't know all that.
Yeah.
I just knew, just how the dorms looking. They had a football team. I was okay. Somewhat dealing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Somewhat decent. Somewhat.
I was somewhat good. I was somewhat
So,
good. As long as
so.
you had a football team, I was okay. I was okay.
But yeah, so that was good. No, I do agree. Like if you do plan to go somewhere, just make sure there's family around, you know what I'm saying, or people that can get to you. Just,
Mhm.
like God forbid something, does happen or whatever like that. You always
Mhm.
want to have somebody that you can rely on to be like, I need you to pull up real quick. You feel
You
me?
know.
So yeah, that's a little 2 cent right there. I like that. Okay, Pierce. So post grad, right?
Mhm.
Like I said, we have two different perspectives here because Miss Ma'am, I don't know which side. I don't know how it shows up.
Me either,
On my
because I
I'm
be
like, she
looking
on
on
my
this
left.
side, but really you on
She
this side.
I'm like, you weren't here. I don't know if it shows up if you on the other side.
I
However,
might be on this side because I
the
think you on this
opposite
side.
so the opposite. So Miss Vale, over here. I don't know where she at on y'all screen. However, you went back.
Mm,
You went back. I, however, did not. I'm working. I'm a working gal. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So I do want to give two different perspectives on that, on your thought process, as to why you went back. Just like on
Okay.
that and how it is, because you're still living on campus. Like I don't want to give
hmm
out too much of your information, but you are still living on campus. So it's
hmm
just like yeah, and then obviously I've come from my end of not going back to school.
hmm
And again, I don't know if it's in my path. I don't know if it is in my journey right now. Right now it's
hmm
not. Like me just working, not living with with my parents. I mean, I am still living with family, but kind of just going into depth with that. So you want me to go first or do you want to you go to first?
Or will you go first? Because
Okay.
usually I go first, so you go
Okay.
first.
So yeah, so post grad. I will say at first it was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie because your girl ain't have a job at all, and she didn't have a car at all. So that summer, that I graduated because we graduated and we walked in spring. So that summer, well, this past summer, I was living with my sister. I ended up moving in with her after graduating. So we, live in an apartment or whatever like that. My sister was working, so she was kind of, handling rent and stuff. But it became to a point where she would, started asking me, for help. And by this time, like I said, did not have a job, was still looking for jobs, going to interviews, all this stuff, no luck at all. So I literally went the whole summer, no job, no car. So yeah, your girl fell into something. I don't want to call it depression,
Mm-mm.
but it was somewhere where, like if you guys watch our previous episode, I mentioned something about isolation. I definitely isolated myself. And it was to a point where I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to tell nobody what I was going through. So it was kind of just me and God I'm just kind of battling, something where I'm just like, my family like, you good? You want to go somewhere? You know, you want to walk, go out to places and ask if they're hiring. Like it came to a point where I was kind of getting annoyed with myself. And then I have this thing where I compare myself to other people. So I'm on social media and I'm seeing everybody that I, may have come across or talked to, and I see them doing their thing, handling their business, some people that I went to school with that's in the same um, field as me, doing things, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, where did I fall off? And I think when it comes to college, it's definitely figuring out your circle and making sure you make friends in the field that you want to go into, but also joining clubs in that same field. Like I didn't start joining clubs until my last year. Like I didn't really make connections for real. And that's something that I'm gonna have to live with because I feel like when it comes to job searching, especially if you want a job, if you want to look for a job in your field or internships in your field, it's definitely important to make connections while you're at school. Working underneath, clubs that, you want to get into. If it's fashion or broadcasting, making sure you are underneath those clubs that support that. So I think that's another 2 cents that I would say as well too on like advice. But yeah, so I fell into like a I didn't want to do anything. It was kind of like a laziness spirit, and I was kind of just like I want to get out of this spirit so so bad. So my first thing, because I was like I need a car because I'm not gonna get anywhere. I can't get a job. I can't have a job and not have a car because now I'm trying to work around my sister's schedule and all this stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of where I went, that's how kind of like how my life went, how my life is going. I will say fast forwarding, you know what I'm saying? I did get an offer for two jobs. Well, one job came, started at that job, thank you, period. I'm not gonna put no names on blast, but got that job, started working that job, didn't automatically fall in love with it. And I mentioned if you don't like a job that you're not at, switch it up, change it, leave it, do whatever you got to do. Um, so yeah, worked at that job for about a month. Then the job that I really wanted reached out to me. Mind you, I've been applying all summer. Like applications been going in, and I'm now just now getting responses because obviously the holidays is coming around. So the job that I really wanted reached out to me, got an interview, got hired, all this stuff. So now I'm trying to juggle two jobs. See what happens with prayer. You know what I'm saying? So when you got people that pray for you, when you're not praying for yourself, but you also got a God that will fight your battles, listen, that's my testimony. Because I'm over here like, not you giving me two jobs, Lord. I only asked for one, So the job that I wanted was asking me to work kind of like weekends, and it was kind of clashing with my first job. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay, how can I do both? And then I'm like, I can't do both. I'm not even happy on one job. So I ended up leaving the first job and now I'm at the second job. So your girl is employed and that's one, right? The next one, kind of like before my job, I ended up getting a car. My mom ended up giving me her car. Mind you, this car is paid off. She kept up with it. It runs good. It's my little Betty Boop out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give too many details because I don't want y'all looking for me.
Can't even see her anyway.
Can't even see her anyway. The blind is closed. Thank you. But all I have to say is like all of this mean to say when people say like the post grad depression, it's real. I mean, I wasn't one to be like, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. Like I'm a fig, I got this all figured out. No, it's real. And if you find yourself in that situation, know that you're gonna get out of it. I mean, because I'm not saying that I'm over it. Yeah, I'm still battling with some things, but know that it's like your life will continue to move, even if you're at a standstill. Because that's how it felt that I was. I was at a standstill. Anything that I did or try to do, if I try to move two spaces up, I get knocked four spaces back, and it feel like I'm like, ugh, like I'm starting over again. Like it just sucks. Like, no, that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? So keep going, you know. If you can't rely on yourself, if you can't rely on other people, pray. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta I was screaming, I was yelling, like I was doing a lot of things. I was going through a lot, y'all. I ain't even gonna cap with you. But know that waiting and timing is always important and whatever God has for you, if you all if you believe in God, I don't know whoever watches this, you believe in God, but I've said this on on our podcast that I do. But if you believe that he'll get you through it. That's all I gotta really say about it. And like I said, all the fun stuff will come later on, but I know that me getting this job helped me get back into the rhythm of things because that's what happened as well too. I got out of the routine of getting up at a certain time, making sure that I make it, because that's what college was for me at least. It kept me in a routine. Like I got up for class, went to class, I would go to a library, go to the library if I had like a period, like a free period or a day where I didn't have classes. I went to work. I did, because I had I worked on campus. So being in that isolation, it got me out of a rhythm. So I think me getting that first job put me back into that rhythm. And now that I'm in a rhythm to where I can get up, have a schedule, you know what I'm saying, go to work, obviously work, get off, eat, all this stuff. I'm getting back into a rhythm of things. So yeah, that's what my life is looking like thus far. Um, And that's all I really gotta say. If you get to a point where you don't know where your life is going, just be patient. And that's what I
Mhm.
said in the responses because we did reach out on Instagram. We try to interact with y'all, so we hope we get some more responses. But that's all because I did interact. I said kind of like just be patient. Your time is coming. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's all I really gotta say for real. So that's how it's looking on their side post grad. You feel me? Well, let's hear about Miss Grassville over here. No,
Ooh,
ooh, she said she went back. I'm going back, as she should.
ooh. Mine is kind of similar with Nays for real. I think I hit the isolation or the depression or whatever you want to call it. I hit it the in between my junior year. Well, I would say sophomore and junior. It was a weird period because of credits wise or whatever.
hmm
But it was really just because I could not get an internship for to save my life. Like I had an internship class. I would get an internship, then they would give it to somebody else. I will make it months of interviews. I'll go through.
Remember
I was
that?
with
Oh my
Burlington like this.
God,
Yes, I'm about to expose them, but I was with Burlington like this. Didn't get it.
I
And it's
remember
okay.
that.
It was. You said what?
I remember because you was doing interviews for days. You were
Yes,
like, I'm doing
yes,
this interview with this
yes. I
internship,
thought I
and
was
I'm like,
going
you gonna get it, girl. They
thought
need
I
you.
was going crazy, guys. But I think honestly, I look back at it and I was mad. I'm not gonna lie. I was mad with him. I was real mad. I was big mad. But at the same time, then I had to, like I said, y'all, self-reflect. I had to look back. I was not doing what I needed to do at all during that whole entire semester, those 2 semesters, because I was playing around, fighting demons. If you know, you know.
Mm.
Um, and I should not have been, and I was off my course where I was supposed to be. So that summer, I went back to my summer job. I love my summer job. And I told myself that summer that we're gonna get my life back on track. We're gonna do what I said I was gonna do. We're gonna prove myself, like I said, I wanted to prove myself in high school because I didn't apply myself. And I know I'm the smart individual. I know I can make it, whatever. Fast forwarding, I think it hit my I think it was senior year and it was around spring break because I got an opportunity to go to Nike and Adidas. And it was this big huge thing. If you know me, I have been saying since even high school when I first said that I was going to not be a chemist and I was gonna go into fashion, that I was gonna work for Nike. I said it hands down that was what I wanted to do because I just love sports. Sportswear, I love it. Streetwear, I love it. So I went to Nike, I went to Adidas, and I was talking to other faculty, like other members that went to CMU, and now they work at Nike and Adidas. And I was like talking to them, making connections with them, stuff that I did not do my previous years before. Like Nate was saying, like networking is key, and I could realize that people before me, people that I knew how they making it, like working at Victoria's Secret, having their own brand, whatever the case may be, it's because they're making connections and stepping out of their shell. So when I said that, I said, okay, I'm gonna do the same. I'm antisocial as a mug, but I'm gonna do the same. Hello, and so I went ahead, and from there on, after talking to them, they're like, "Oh yeah, maybe if you haven't done such and such in the lab, or you haven't done such and such in research, maybe you should get your master's." Da da da. My professors were already talking to me like, "You should come back and get your master's." Babe, I thought they were just saying that just to be nice because they over here just needed more people. Like I did
They
not think
need
they were
that.
talking about me.
They need that.
They were just
They
want
need
some
that.
coin. So I was not taking them seriously. Then my teacher invited me on like this expedition with Carhartt, and I got to help teach other high school students with designing and stuff like that.
hmm
And once that happened, I was like, wait, okay, it's 2 years. Not even because I took some of the class already, so it's like a year and a half. Hmm. I think maybe I can potentially do grad school.
Mm-hmm.
Then I talked to my faculty members and my dean and all this other stuff. Y'all, I was not supposed to be here. Let me tell y'all this right now. Miss Girl was not supposed to be here. I was late to submissions, but because they already knew me, they knew my work. Oh, sorry, y'all. Email going crazy. Okay, there we go.
I was like,
But
well, I didn't even hear anything.
oh, I heard it.
I was like, I didn't even hear anything. I'm like,
Oh, okay, then
right,
pull
right.
that up. But no, so after that, I knew them. Whatever she said, Shay, y'all, it was the last week of school my senior year. I was about to graduate that Saturday. I had a deadline, 4 days, to write up a 5-page paper essay of why I should come back for grad school, figure out my master's degree and my specialization. I needed recommendations from other teachers, and I still had to make a portfolio. In 4 days, guys, stress the mug out before I crossed that stage, y'all. But I did it anyway. And to be honest with you, shake him. To be honest with you, I kind of like I have a new saying now, new epiphany is let go, let God. And it was kind of that scenario because I really didn't even know what was in store for me. I didn't know if I was gonna go work at Nike. I didn't know if I was gonna do an internship somewhere. I didn't know what was in store for me. Mind y'all, I still had to retake that internship class because I didn't get it my junior year, right? Yeah. So I ended up I did end up getting two internship jobs. One was for a magazine and one's for a Detroit designer. If you know, you know. I'm not going, do that too much. I know, but love them though. But I got that, and then halfway through the summer, that's when I found out I was going to grad school. Now, fast forwarding now, I have to say, grad school now has opened my expectations or what I thought I could get to. Like, I was kind of in this bubble where I was like, oh, I got my degree in fashion. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to make clothes, or I'm gonna have to, do whatever X, Y, Z because I didn't have this higher up degree.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm specializing in fashion technology, so I can go literally elsewhere. Like if you know, you know, I be printing, sketching, collection, all types of buffoonery. And I think what also kind of did it for me is that in when I got my undergraduate degree, Lord have mercy, y'all. When I got that degree, it was basically I was proving to other people because that degree was not like it was for me, but it wasn't something that I was satisfied with. Like at the end of the day, when I got my degree, I was not satisfied. I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the workforce. I'm going to work towards my dream, but I'm not satisfied. So that was another reason why I ended up doing my master's degree because I did it for myself because I wanted this degree for myself. I'm not proving anybody else. If y'all don't understand why I'm taking this path or whatever the case may be, cool. And I think it's like, and I think what really like lifts up my spirits, even though I'm going through a rough time, is that I see like my family, I see other people really like coming to me and they really be like, Shay, you know statistics in fashion?
Mm-hmm.
How that work? So it's like they're invested in like they actually see like it's more than just cut and sew. Like it's so in depth in that. So I would say overall, because Nate gave a lot of good tips, you know what I'm saying? I would say overall, I would say best believe in really, really, really. I even do this to my own little sister right now, who's is a freshman. Is take advantages of those internships, even if it is unpaid. I know that sounds crazy. Ooh, that sounds crazy. But if you do it as a freshman and a sophomore, because I did one as a sophomore, if you do an internship unpaid or commission based, baby, that's experience. Because a lot of people now, when it comes to job searching, and that was like the biggest thing that really gave me a headache, is these heifers out here, no matter what your degree is, they looking at the experience. They looking at the applications so that you applying, like you going above and beyond them more than the degree. It's like high school all over again. And that's something that no one told me until I had to come out here
Mhm.
and really was applying for internships and stuff. Like, it's an internship, babe. This is beginner's level.
Right.
Why do I need to know what the senior directive is doing? That's astonishing. But it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So I would say that's the biggest thing. Definitely connect with other people because you never know. You
Yeah.
really, like the saying is, closed mouths don't get fed. Baby, you keep that mouth fed, you gonna opportunities are coming, but you keep that
Mhm.
mouth closed, baby. You
Get
eliminating
nowhere.
yourself, and you're
Right.
not using the gift that God gave you. Again,
Exactly.
if you,
It right over
if you
here.
believe that,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We leaving the man upstairs.
But sit.
But no, I think what moral of the story we trying to say is y'all is just consistency is key. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get 1,000 no's before you get a yes. That's something that I learned today at work. And it's a constant reminder of like you're gonna get a lot of no's. There are going to
Mm-hmm.
be a lot of people saying like, "Oh, we thank you for doing da 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 da. However, we found another candidate that's more fitting." Okay, keep applying.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? When it comes to those initiatives, when it comes to jobs and stuff like that, keep applying. And I'm like I said, I'm always saying this stuff to myself, you know what I'm saying? Like consistency is key. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's something that I've learned post grad. Like if it was something, I mean, obviously, yes, consistency is something that I've always wanted to, work on, especially now. Do I wish I would have worked on it a little bit more while I was in school? Yes, because I would have pushed myself further to make those connections. But right now, because I'm saying this to y'all, the saying that I am like taking with me and that keeps me going is consistency beats motivation every time.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk a lot of stuff like, oh, I want to do da 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 da. I want to do da 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 da. You can say all this stuff in the mirror, but you gotta move while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't sit in a chair and be like, I want to be a millionaire.
Do it, babe.
You got to do it. What does
You
that
gotta
look
do
like?
something.
What does that consist of?
Invest in some stocks, something.
Okay, do something. You know
Do
what I'm
something.
saying? Like she said, closed mouths don't get fed. I mean, you
No.
talking, but you ain't moving. You gotta move, boo. You gotta
Move
move.
the mouth.
Move
Just
the
like
fuck.
you move.
You gotta you gotta move.
Move.
You got to do that thing. So that's a saying that I would say for sure is just consistency is key. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
got to be consistent. You got to hold yourself accountable as well too. Accountability is a big one. If you know you ain't out here doing what needs to be done, you got to listen, nip that in the bud now. Be like, you know what? I have been kind of slacking.
Mm-hmm.
Admit that to yourself and then
Lock in
change
then.
and lock in quick.
Cause that'd be the biggest thing is getting back into the groove of things. Cause that routine, when it's broken,
Please. Listen. But final thoughts, real quick. I know we talked about like being in season and stuff like that. I know we kind of touched on being in like our soft girl, soft era last episode. But what like specifically would you say what season would you say you're in post undergrad since you still since you went to
mm, I was gonna say, yeah, post undergrad. There we go. Uh, um, I would say my season. I'm trying to think of a word. Trying to think of a word. I'm thinking of a phrase, but I can't think of a word, so I'm gonna give you the phrase. But the phrase or the yeah, the phrase basically is what do I want to say? Because I'm in the season basically grasping up new knowledge and getting more I'm getting more adequate to other fields that I necessarily never thought because or I'm scared to go into.
Mm-hmm.
At first. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love engineering when I was in high school. You know, if you know, you know. CS, I could, you know what I'm saying? But um, I never thought like, ooh, that could be me. You know what I'm saying? So my season, my season is basically accepting all the knowledge that I can give, just getting fed. I'm just getting fed a whole bunch of things and allowing the growth allowing to grasp all those things, trying not to get overwhelmed, trying not to work myself up because I'm not perfect or I'm not grasping it like other people are, or I'm not producing top notch work that I would think I would at this level or whatever. But I would say definitely just feeding into new things, allowing myself to accept new things right now because I'm trying to accept that my future, my first job, is not going to be what I originally entailed for myself, but it's kind of like you're going to get there.
Mhm.
It's just not going to be the path that you might not expect. And I'm slowly seeing that window open that it's going to be something unexpected, but it's accepting the unexpected.
So the season I would say I'm in right now would kind of be like my rebuilding season. So kind of just getting back into the groove of things. Um, really breaking, old habits, creating new habits for myself that that I'm comfortable with and happy with. Um, like I think me having this job really puts me back into the swing of things, like I said before. Just getting me back in the routine of things. So yeah, I would definitely say I'm definitely in like my rebuilding season for sure, for sure. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit tired too. Yeah,
Mm.
you ate that.
Yeah. And I like how you mentioned that you're just like you're in a season two where you're just accepting things and just going with the flow of things. Like I
Yes.
really think that, and I think that's a really good because it's showing that you're willing to not not only teach but also learn as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think that's never really a bad, really never really a bad thing.
Mm-mm.
You got to follow before you can lead. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
My famous man, Dr. Lee from
Oh.
if you know, you know from July. You gotta follow before you can lead, Mr. Miles. Anyway, I digress. A little 2 cents there.
Mm.
But
Sorry, I can't take you seriously. Ooh.
I should have said nothing. I should have been like, if you know, you know. But no, I'm just
I
playing.
wouldn't have known.
It's okay.
You know me. Movies just watch me.
Yeah.
All right. Before we end off tonight with a little bit of tips at the end, I wanted to answer y'all questions because I saw y'all questions. I did. I swear I saw y'all, but I didn't respond. I didn't respond. I'm
I
so
know.
sorry. So I'm gonna take the time to do it right now. So the question was, what has life after college taught you? That's what we asked. There was, if you know, and you know, if you answered, interacted, this is where it's coming from.
Right. If you follow us on our
You
Instagram,
know,
you
you
would have seen
know,
all these questions in our story.
you know.
And, if you over here like, what questions they talking about? That proves that you ain't following us. So why you ain't
Come
following
on,
us?
get it together. Get it
Get it
together.
together, y'all. Get it together.
I won't put y'all on blast. You know,
No.
I didn't get y'all consent, so I'm just gonna read it. But Earl, I'm just gonna give him random names. Earl,
Earl, you went with Earl all day. That's the first name over to your head. All right,
Earl
Earl.
said,
What Earl say?
Earl said, stay in college as long as you can because once you graduate, bleed gets too real.
Mm.
Amen. Do it. And do that's why I'm back
I think
in.
I responded to that one
I
on
think you did. I
Instagram.
think you did respond to
Because I
Earl.
was like, there's some truth to this, but you gotta grow. Because me, after those 4 years, your girl was ready to go. I'm ready to leave. I don't
Hello.
want to see nobody.
But then I came right back.
But I'm like, there's some truth to that.
There is some truth to that because you start having those big girl bills, those big boy and big girl bills that you never thought that you was gonna face yet.
Man.
The debt is the truth. That's my big bill. Hello. And then Pam said,
Patricia.
Pam said, start job searching 6 months in advance. The job market is unpredictable. Amen to that.
Clap.
I started literally job hunting. What did I tell you? I think it was October of
Hmm.
2024 before 2025 hit is when I started job hunting.
Yeah. So
And I didn't hear anything.
Like Nola said, you know, when she was saying her spiel, like looking for those internships, you'll maybe the end of your first year and like in your second year,
Mm-hmm.
and then start job searching within your junior year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, your season, you know, your senior year, you should, you know, hopefully secure maybe like a, you know, job or internship or whatever like
Yeah,
that. Like it's a process to this, y'all.
it very much is.
But like looking for it, like start early, especially like you know, like she said, like in those fields, you want to start really, really early. So that's a good tip for sure, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Shout out to that person. Period.
Yes, Pam. Pam did that.
Pam did that.
Okay, next question. It is hold on. Oh, that's not this what we said. We said what's
Right?
been
Can
the
we stay
best
with my
what's been the best surprise? Wait, yeah, what's been the best surprise about life after college? I ain't gonna lie, this was me, y'all, because I did respond. I like I said, I'll be responding, I'll be participating, you know what I'm saying? I said the biggest surprise or the best surprise after graduating now is how grown I've became as an individual. How like I feel like I'm constantly maturing. I'm constantly finding myself in new predicaments and having to adapt around other people. And I think it just helps also being around older people. Like I'm sorry. I don't like really being around my peers, but I love being around old people, like not
Mhm.
old people, but older, much like more wiser people because they experience so much. They have so much to teach you, and like really like straight up, she worked at Ralph Lauren. Now she works at Nike. Like she straight up told me, girl, I did not see myself being here. Like this
Mhm.
was not my endorsed path. And she told me like it's okay. Like, just hearing those type of things really
Mhm.
helps. So it grows you as an individual when you do that.
Period.
Um then this is from Larry. Larry said making new friends within your career. That's the best.
Yeah, we can tell you hang out with older people these days. You said Earl, Pam, Larry.
Yo, I love making work friends. My work friends turn into my best
As
friends.
you
I'm not
should,
gonna lie.
as
My
you
work friends do turn into
should.
my best friends.
She said, I
Cause
got y'all on these
I do
days.
got a Steve. I do got a Steve that got
I got a Steve too. I work with Steve. I love you. I love me some Steven.
you
I say
know,
Steven, but still, love him. Thumbs
you know
down.
what I'm saying? So yes, Larry, you ate that one up. Okay, next one. What's your wait? Oh wait, we already answered this. I'm not gonna repeat it. I'm not gonna repeat the ones that you have
Oh
already
yeah.
answered. Okay, here we go. If you could give, okay, I actually did not respond, but I do want to respond right now. If you could give, hold on, sorry. If you could give undergraduate students advice about like adulting and stuff like that, like
Mhm.
what would you say? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna shout her out anyway. This is from Nae. She said be patient. That is very key. Definitely be patient. Be patient not only with what you're learning and if you don't grasp it right away, but also be patient with yourself and accepting and allowing yourself grace. Like don't work yourself too hard. You're going to get there. No matter what, you're going to get
You're
there.
going to get
So
there.
just be patient.
Be patient. I know it's hard, but
It's
be
hard.
patient.
Just
It's
be
hard,
patient.
you know. Waiting and being patient. I know it's hard, but it's worth it, y'all. Don't worry.
Coming from two impatient people, in various areas. Um, and then this one's coming from Sweet Tea. Uh, I forgot the name, so I just But they said
Sweet tea.
routine is everything. Self care is too. Yes,
Hmm.
routine, self care, heavy on self care.
Yes,
Um,
take care of your vessel.
yes, I'm a big person. If you don't look good, you don't feel good.
That's
So
good. Yes.
even though right now I do not look good, but I low-key am not feeling good either. Oh wait, I didn't give my advice. Oh wait, sorry. Um, my advice, my this is gonna be my last one. My advice to undergraduates currently right now. I didn't talk too much about it, but I was very unaware and not 100% of what I wanted to do, even though I declared what I wanted to do when I first came here right away. I was wishy-washy. Allow yourself to figure out who you are. Don't jump right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I'm a big believer on following your dreams, follow something that you love to do, and X, Y, and Z. I understand. Now, do it timely though. Do it in somewhat of a timely manner. You know what I'm saying? Don't add like 2 years to your college career, okay? I'm not saying do that. But I am saying if you're in between two things, one thing that I did because I was in between a whole bunch of stuff, if you had the luxury, of course, um go ahead and like take extracurricular classes as an actual class. Like I took law classes to figure out if that was something I wanted to do, and I took a interior design class because to see if that was something I wanted to do. So it's like allowing yourself to, while you have this time, especially as a freshman, to explore,
Mm-hmm.
but also bring it back though. Just keep it realism, okay? So do bring it back, but allow yourself to explore and really do that too. Like, if we're talking to anyone who has siblings as high schoolers or whatever the case may be, really encourage an extracurricular that goes into careers. So
Yes, yes,
so that you can, explore those things while you're a high schooler. Something I wish I took advantage of. I did a little bit, but not really. So it's like do those types of things. So then, oh, okay, do those types of things. Do those types of things to better put you in a better position
that's
overall.
good. That's
Yeah,
good.
but that's all I have for us today. I did have something I want to say. Oh, before we close,
Oh,
hey guys, we have a lot of new things in store
yes.
for the next year. The production team has been talking, so there's a lot of things coming up soon. One thing that is up and running though is our TikTok. Right now, Miss Girl has the range right now. She's taken over a little bit. I'll do more after finals, so it's not much on there, but I will after finals. But and then they will take over. But yeah, y'all should
I'm just
hop
playing.
on
Yeah.
over there. You know what I'm saying? Just to be with us forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we are trying to expand. We're thinking of going audio as well too. So let us know y'all thoughts on that as well. Like obviously there's videos. We know y'all love to see our pretty faces.
Mhm.
But if it's more convenient, for us to be on audio, we like to know that feedback as well too. But like she said, we do have a lot in store. We even got some special guests brewing as well
Oh, we
too.
were gonna tell him. I wasn't gonna tell him yet.
Well, I mean, we ain't gotta tell them who,
We can
but
sprinkle it.
we got a
Yeah,
little sprinkle.
a little sprinkle.
We do have our form on our Instagram. We
It is
post,
on,
but
but we
there's
want more.
some special guest brewing as well too. So be on the lookout for that as well. But as it has been, this has been a good night, another good episode. I feel
Another
good.
good
I feel like this
episode.
episode was really, really good. I miss
It
you.
y'all, we will I promise y'all, we will be together pretty soon. We will
Yes,
be
we will be
together
getting
pretty
together
soon.
soon. We'll be
Yes.
in the same vicinity again.
Yes, because I
'Cause
can't
this
do this, I'm
here,
not gonna lie.
this here, I can only do it for so long. I can only do it for so long.
You know? Scotty.
Got 3 episodes. Ugh.
But it's okay, guys. It's okay. We will be back together soon. I know everybody was like, you're not gonna get back together. Guys, just wait. Just wait.
Just soon. Wait. Hold on. Be patient.
You know, be patient.
Be patient. But if you liked this episode, let us know your favorite sip from tonight's episode. We love to hear from y'all, still waiting to hear from y'all. What?
No, nothing. I was, don't mind me.
You do this
Continue.
every time we're about to close.
Don't mind
What's
me.
up? Get
No,
something off
no,
your chest.
no, no. I was doing the hand motions, like, like sipping, and then I realized this don't look like no tea. So I put my hand down.
Thumbnail.
Oh wait, or it could be this. No, I'm just
Go
so
ahead.
like Nat was saying, if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Don't be afraid to leave us a review, guys. Don't be afraid to tell us what's up, what's tea. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hop on that Instagram. DM us if you have any topics or if you're going to be on the podcast. Don't forget to hop on that TikTok to follow us. Hello. We'll be dancing. We'll be playing. We're going to be doing a little bit of everything. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I don't have anything to drink. I have a bag of
Me either. I
chips.
mean, I do have something to drink, but it's okay.
I'm gonna cheers my chips. It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So, see you next week.
I guess.
Wait, hold on. I found it. I found it.
There we go. There we go.
I did it. I did it, guys.